Hi guys, welcome back. Today we are going to start another lab. We are going to find open ports on our network. What we will do, first we will scan our external network and we will try to find the open ports on our external network. After that we will scan our guest network and we will try to find out the open ports on our guest network. And at the end, finally, we will scan our internal network and we will try to find open ports. For this one, we'll use a tool called Nmap, which is an open source tool you can use for port scanning. For that, you just need to have an IP address where your devices are located, and that's it. So let's start it. Just click on terminal and maximize this terminal and type here nmap, and as I said earlier, we need an IP address that we're gonna scan it, and the IP address that I'm going to scan it today, that is 203.0.113.1 space dash f should be capital space dash s second, that should be capital space dash s v should be capital space dash o should be capital space dash p should be capital, and space dash on n should be capital, border dash scan dot nmap, and hit enter, and it's saying here that it's going to start. While it's scanning, let me just tell you a few things about this command. First of all, F stands for fast scan. What happened? By default, nmap scans 1000 ports. Here we are trying to say don't scan 1000, just scan top 100 or something like that. SS specifies a SYNC scan where Nmap send a packet to a port. If port acknowledges that packet, Nmap thinks that port is open here. SV stands for Service Version Detection Number, and OS, Operating System Detection. PN, we are trying to say skip the host discovery while you are scanning the ports. And on border scan dot nmap, that is a file output format and file name, nothing else. So to scan the port, there's a command that is grep, grep space open, and then our file name and format, which is border scan dot nmap, and just hit enter, and you will see in this box, you will see it's saying that one port is open here. Just read it carefully, and if you spot something, just write it down in the comment box. It will help me to understand are you getting or not. Just comment box, just write it down in the comment box. And if you want something about your operating system, the same command we will write grep, and instead of open we will write down OS. Make sure OS should be capital, and then the same thing about file name and format, which is border scan dot nmap. Hit enter, and it will provide information about operating system. Yeah. And let me just quickly tell you, grep stands for Global Regular Expression Print. It is used for searching specific pattern or keywords in the files, logs, or system. In this case, the keyword is open or OS. And that's all. That's the way where we can scan our external network. Same thing we are going to do with our guest network and our internal network. So before I type anything here, let me just check, am I on our guest machine or not. So go in resources and drop to list, and we guess that's our guest machine. So good to go. Go back and let's start it. So we'll do the same thing here. There is a command that we have to type here, which is dhclient client space dash r space and then dhclient client and press enter. What this command will do, it will take off all previously assigned IP address and reassign the new IP address on that network. In other words, it's a way to give refresh the IP address, nothing else here. But the question is, if you want to know the information about a specific interface, what would you do or what would you write? So there is a, ladies and gentlemen, command for that, IP AS. A stands for address, S stands for show, and the internet interface name. In this case, we are checking Ethernet 0, that is our interface. Hit enter and it will provide all information about Ethernet 0 interface. Now let's scan our guest network, and the same thing, we have to type nmap, and our guest machine is located IP address which is 192.168.16.254 space dash f space dash ss space dash sv space dash o space dash on, and is a capital again, and our file name and format gus guest dot scan dot nmap, and hit enter, and let's see, saying here is starting. And while it's starting, I have a quick question for you, and I will appreciate if you write the answer in the comment box. What command we will write to find on the open ports next? It should start from grep, and the keyword I have already mentioned there, and the file name and format. I will appreciate that if you write it down in the comment box. For the time being, I'm just waiting for that. It's just saying it's starting, but sometimes it takes 4 or 5 minutes, but let's just wait. It's taking time, but don't worry guys, I hope some point it will complete that. So let's just wait. Looks like it's not doing anything, but it is doing it, don't worry. So while it's doing something, let me quickly repeat what I've said here. I've just said that we are using nmap here. Nmap is a tool that we use for port scanning. That is an open source tool here. For that, we just need to have an IP address where our machines are located. So we just type nmap and IP address, and then few things that I have told you. And the second thing I mentioned, when we are going to scan our guest network, we need to type a command dhclient space dash r and then dhclient, which is just said I have written down there. What it does, it takes off all previously assigned IP address and reassign or new assign the new IP address. In other words, it's a way to refresh our network, yeah, nothing else here. And I have also mentioned about something grep. Grep is a global regular expression print here, used for searching specific patterns or keywords in files, logs, or system. Yeah. So in this case, our keyword was open or OS. So far we have used it. That's it. Apologize, this machine is so slow here. It's taking a time. Oh, here we are. It has done a great work. So I have asked you a question. What command we will type next to find the open ports? The command is grep open and our file name and format. In this case, guest scan nmap and hit enter. Here we are showing us a lot of open ports, and if we want to know the information about operating system, the same thing, grep OS, make sure OS is capital, file name and format, which is guest scan nmap, hit enter. Here we are, guys. So we have scanned everything. It's showing us all these ports are open. It's giving us information about OS, and there's a question for you. If you write down all open ports in comment box, I will really appreciate. And if you give me the name of the operating system, the target operating system name, I will appreciate your effort here. Now the next one, we are going to scan our internal network. The same thing, same job, nothing different. So let's go down there, and but this time we have to use different machine that is on internal network. That is V client somewhere. So let me see. Here we are. All good. Go back to instruction, and remember I told you, if you wanna reassign the IP address, we have to type a command, and that is dh client client space -r and apologize, dh client, and here we are. And if we wanna know the information about specific interface, what we type, the same thing we have done before, IP, A stand for address, S for show, and if we want to know the information about interface Ethernet 0, so we will type Ethernet 0, we will hit enter, and it will give us all the information. Now if we want to scan the open port, the same thing, grep, and we'll say open, and then we'll type our file name, and our file name is now server.scan, server.scan.nmap, and we will hit enter, and unfortunately I made a mistake, so let's do it again. Grep open I'm so sorry, I'm typing a grep command, but first we haven't used the nmap. First we need to use nmap with IP address. That's why it's not working. So nmap and an IP address with our internal network exists, or where is our machine that is working on our internal networks. So the IP address is 10.1.16.2 space dash f space dash ss, and keep in your mind the second S is capital, space dash v is a capital again, space dash o is a capital again, space on is a capital, and now our file name server dash scan dot nmap, and enter hit. Here we go. It's gonna take few minutes again, and let's see how long it takes. Yeah, and I'm sure you know that what command we will type to find the open ports, and what command we will enter after that to find the information about target operating system. It will take 2 to 3 minutes. Here we are, good to go. Now we will type that command grep open and our file name and format, in this case server dash scan dot nmap, and we will hit enter, and it will tell us all open ports on our internal network. Here is the long list here: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13, around 14 of these if I'm not wrong. And let's find the information about our target operating system. The same command, grep global regular expression print, and OS capital, and our file name and format guest dash scan dot nmap. Here we are, and here's information about operating system. That's all, guys. That's today we have scanned our internal external guest network, and we have found some open ports. Yeah, that's how you do in real life, or if you are working in any organization. Thank you so much, and thanks for watching this video.